In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a free yet fully functional online portfolio website in Canva, step by step. If you're a new freelancer, then you need to create a portfolio website to showcase your work and win clients. Whether you've completed projects in the past or not, this video will guide you step by step in setting up your portfolio. But first, if you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Vicky Johnson, and I'm sharing my journey making a living on the internet through remote working and freelancing. So if this sounds interesting to you, then be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss new videos from me. All right, let's head over to my computer and get started building your portfolio website.
This is the portfolio that we're going to be building out in Canva. It's very functional, and as you can see here, it has everything that you would need in a basic portfolio to showcase your work to potential clients. And so to make the process of building this out very seamless, I have prepared all the text content that will go on this portfolio inside of a document. And I've also put all the images that will go on the portfolio in a folder on my computer. So if you're going to follow along this tutorial, I'll advise that you do the same. And if you've not completed any past projects that you can use in your portfolio, then I have made a video showing you how to create good quality projects that you can use in a portfolio, even without having clients. And I'll link that video somewhere up here or around this video, so you can go and check it out. I will also link this document in the description below as a template so that you can use it as a guide to write out your own content. And then you can enhance it using AI. And if you want a shortcut, you just want to copy this template into your own Canva account as it is and simply change out the text and images to yours and publish as your own portfolio. I will make this portfolio website template available to you. You can get this using the link that I will put in the description. Okay, so let's get into it. So let's head over to Canva's website, which is canva.com. But if you're just creating an account for the first time, you can use my link, which is vickyjohnson.com/Canva. And that will give you access to some pro Canva resources for absolutely free. So if you're opening a new account, go to vickyjohnson.com/Canva and hit enter. And then you want to create a new Canva account using your Gmail account. But because I already have an account, I'm just going to sign in with my email. Now, before you start building anything, make sure that you have all your content, both text content, images, mockups, and everything that you're going to need for this portfolio ready. So everything you want to include in your portfolio, put them on a Word document. Okay. And then if you have images for the portfolio, which you should obviously, just create a folder and put them in there. And then down here, I just have information for my brand theme. So I've outlined all the colors that I'm going to be using on this website portfolio and the fonts. So if you don't have brand colors or fonts, you can just go to Google and search for Canva colors. The first link that comes up, click on it. And then you can click on color palette ideas. And you'll be greeted with a lot of color combinations or palettes that you can use. So pick whichever one works for you if you don't yet have a color scheme for your brand. And then once you select it, you can see the hex codes and you can just copy these codes. Now that we have that out of the way, let's go back to Canva and start building this thing. And the next thing that we want to do is select the template. So you can choose to start from scratch, but I always advise that you start with a template. That will save you a lot of time and effort, honestly. So I'm going to search for something like graphic design portfolio or logo design portfolio, or let's just do design portfolio. Oh, I forgot the N. And make sure that you're searching Canva templates and not all your content. So click on Canva templates. Now you can use any one of these portfolios that is free. So how you know the free ones is they don't have this crown icon at the bottom. Okay. Oh no, it turns out that this is actually a presentation. So see where it says presentation here. So let's go back. I want to filter my search a little more because I'm looking for websites, not presentations. So let's go to all filters and then I'll select websites here and apply. Okay, now we're sure that we're looking at websites. We just need to find a free one. I'm going to streamline this search further by searching for graphic design portfolio like we originally intended. So all these are pros. Let's just look for one that's free. Oh, look, here's a free one that is light themed and very simple. We can use this. And look, I already even studied it before. Maybe I started when I thought about making this video. Select customize templates. And yes, we have begun. Okay, this looks pretty good. Let us start by customizing the theme of this template. Okay, so I'm going to go over to design. And if you click on styles and scroll down to combinations, you can see that you can easily change the text and colors of this entire site by just clicking on any one of these. So you can browse and check the one you like. And if you just click on it, voila. Let's try out another one. But obviously, I don't want to do this because I already decided on my brand colors and fonts. So I just wanted to show you that. So my preferred font is, or my brand font is Gabriel Sands. So let's just search for Gabriel Sands and select that. And I kind of want to let Canva know that this is the font I want to use site-wide. So by the time I did it the second time, it gave me an option to change all. So I'm going to change all the fonts that were this 29LT Burka wide to Gabriel Sands. I'll just hit change all. And voila, they're all changed. For the body fonts, I want to use, you know what? There's only one font, so Gabriel Sands too. Change all. And all the body fonts have been changed to Gabriel Sands. Now, let us edit our colors. So first, I want my site background color to be beige. So I'm going to select the background, click on the color. I'll click on this color editor icon. And then I'll go and copy my beige hex code from here. And then paste it in here. And then I think I'll use white for some other sections. So let's also get some other colors. I want the text to be black. So I'll copy the hex code for black and change this to black. And then I can use the change all button to change all heading text to black. And you can see that they've been changed. Okay, I have gray. And instead of using white for the other backgrounds, I will just use gray. So all of the other sections will have this. Oh, no, that is not the plan. Let's undo. Sorry. I didn't know the gray was that dark. We'll use white. Undo. If you make any mistake, you can just hit undo here. Right? Okay. This person looks... I want to say he looks like somebody, but I don't want to be... he does. But, he looks Nigerian. Is it just me? Looks very Nigerian. No. Not that there is a Nigerian look, but if you're Nigerian and you're watching this, you know what I mean. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He looks Igbo. Please, Igbo people, don't come for me. I'm just joking. I have an accent color, which is orange. So, see this? This is like an accent. And coincidentally, my accent color is also orange. So, I want to just keep this somewhere so that we can just pick this off. Let me paste it here and I will change all. Okay, yeah, great. I think this also changed to that shade of orange. Yes. Perfect. Everything is going fine. Perfect will be sneezing anywhere he is now, wondering why I'm calling his name. Off-white, okay. This was what I wanted to use for the rest of the backgrounds. So select the background, change the color. I'm going to change it to off-white. And should I change all? Let's see. Hope I didn't break anything. Yep, it works. Perfect. So we set the theme of our website. Next step, we're going to set the layout, or you can say the structure. So I absolutely do not like this. I want my image to be on the side. So this is going to have to be left aligned For that reason, I am going to ungroup this and just get rid of this stuff. And align this to the left, or to the right, sorry, and then move it here. And I will just shrink this a bit because it is very large. So here I'm obviously going to change this to my name and that font, Gabriel Sands. I will change this to Vicky Johnson, or if you have a logo, you can use your logo here. Okay, and I want Vicky to be the orange accent color. So I'll just pick this from here. I also want to make this bold. Okay, great. So I think we should outline the nav bar. So let's go and grab text. And then I will make sure that this is my font, Gabriel Sands. And what did we have on the nav bar? Did I say nav bar? Nav bar. My Yoruba accent is coming out small. In this video alone, I've offended Igbo people. I've also offended Yoruba people. Let me just keep my mouth shut. But if I keep my mouth shut, how am I going to explain to you what I'm doing? So this will be the link to the home page. I want to align it to the center of this. Okay. And then I will click this. I want to copy it. You can either go here and hit copy, or if you're a pro like me, you can just hold this down, hold Shift and Alt or Command and Alt, and you duplicate, and it will keep it on the same line. So next menu item will be work. You see how this is easy? I don't have to be brainstorming, oh, what do I want to put here? Because I have everything laid out on a Google Doc. Sorry, Microsoft Doc. Same difference. I'll just rinse and repeat until I finish the menu items. So we have all this. Then for our primary CTA, which is our primary call to action, we want to change this to, what is this font? Gabriel. Pick the same font size. So this is 18. Let's make this 18 as well. And just give it some room to breathe. Let it breathe. Well, we can leave this as work with me, but my CTA was contact me. But yeah, I don't like the outline. I want this to be a button that pops. So I'm either going to increase the outline. Now, how do I do that? Let me try and figure out how to increase the outline of this. So I honestly don't know how this was created. Oh, it is. Oh, I get it now. Okay, let's take it back. So this is not working for me. So I'm just going to delete it and get my own button. Button. So I went to elements and now I'm searching for button. And I'm going to color this orange. And I will put it where I want it to be. So this black doesn't work on orange, so I'm going to change this to the gray color. Okay. I'm just going to try and align it. It's already aligned. Okay, so I will select the two of them, the background and the text, and group it. Amazeballs. So when I'm designing in Canva, I try to keep everything between, like, keep it within that. You see that pink line that comes up? Yeah, those are guides. They give you padding around your design. So try to keep everything within. You see some designs and the website is looking like this. The button is kissing the side of the, I mean, think about it. Does it look good? No. Put it back inside. Okay. I forgot. I need to tell you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So select all of these. I selected all of these and I'm going to tidy them up because I want the space between each of them to be the same. I don't want small space here, large space here. So that's just what I'm going to do. Tidy up. See? And that automatically tidies everything up. And then I'll push this more to the button side. And look how this is already taking shape. It's looking like an actual nav menu. Like we coded this site from scratch. But no, we built it using Canva. All right, I'm going to bring this down a bit to the center of the page. And I will take the text that is meant to be here. This is the introduction text. So I'll just copy this and go back to Canva, paste it here. Ooh, that's a lot. It's a lot. I'm going to shrink it down so that it fits on the page and doesn't look weird. Crafting exceptional visual assets. So I want to highlight exceptional visual assets so that it stands out. So I'm just going to highlight it, change the color to this orange. Crafting exceptional visual assets for ambitious brands and innovators. So here, I'm going to have my picture. Why? Because I need to show it off. And I think you should have a picture of yourself on your portfolio as well. If you're a private person, then, oh well, you can choose to remain private and broke. But I think that having your image here helps the client to connect with you better because immediately they see the person that they are potentially going to hire. Okay? So I'm just going to upload an image of myself. Go over to upload here. Click on it. What is this video? Anyway, click on upload. And then I'll check that folder that I have all my portfolio images. This is the image I want to use here. So I'll click on open. The reason I'm using orange on this website is because if you look at my top, it has some orange dots. So I can't use this image like this. I need to remove the background. Well, you can. Who says you can't use it like this? But I need to remove the background. And I use Canva Pro. So I want to remove the background of this image. What I'm going to do is use BG remover in Canva because I can. If you're using a free Canva account, you can't, but I'll give you an alternative, of course. If you head over to your web browser, remove.bg. See this website, it says 100% automatically, and who wrote this English? Anyway, upload the image, select it, open. It will do its magic. It's doing its magic, and voila, the background is gone. You can now download the image for free. And then once you download it, you can now upload it into Canva. So I don't need to do that because I already did my thing. So let's crop this. I want it to show from here so that it can be large. So I'll just crop that image and put myself here. Okay, so see the orange on the website and the orange on my shirt blending, looking good, you know. So this is not the only text that we have in this section. If you check our doc, we still have a long way to go. So I'm going to copy this text, right, and go back to Canva. I'll just duplicate this, bring this here, paste it here. It's a lot and it's large. So I'm going to shrink it a lot, right? I'll expand this. Actually, it's a lot of text. You want to keep this simple because many people are not going to read it. But honestly, I'm leaving it this way. What are you doing now? Okay, let's leave it this way. Okay, let's leave it this way. So I'll give some space in between. Try and give some space. Try to give space. Don't enter your text to one another, okay? Don't enter your text into one another, okay? So try and give some white space between each text element. And I just want to make sure they're aligned. So yeah. This is 12. It's a little bit too small. Can make it 14. Yeah. I think this works. And now we're going to have two call to actions. The main one will be contact me again. So I'm just going to duplicate this. Bring it here. And then next CTA will be view my work. Actually, you know what? We already have contact me glaring at me here. So let's just keep this as one CTA and make it view my work. Oh, I forgot to include this. Let's build something remarkable together. I'll just take this a little bit higher. I'm just going to duplicate this text and paste that in here. And then I can put this back here. And at this point, I want a client that comes to this page to be able to immediately know what my name is. I know my name is in the logo, but imagine it was a logo here and not my name, you know? It wouldn't be obvious. So I'm going to duplicate this and take off the uppercase, so it's just this way. And I'm also going to change the text to the Amsterdam one. And I'll place this somewhere that it can't be missed. So the next section is going to be a social proof section. And on there, I'll just put logos of brands that I've worked with. You can see it here on the doc. So if you haven't worked with any brand, you can use your skill set in that section. You can just use icons and, outline what skills you have on that section. But yeah, I'm going to be using logos of brands that trust me. So let's do that. So first, I'll get rid of this image and then I'll centralize the text. And I'll go and copy the heading for this section from the doc that we have and then paste it inside of Canva. Okay, and I think I want to change this text to brands that trust me. So let's just change that. And now I'm going to hit position, and under align to page, I'll make sure it's center aligned to the page. So now I will go and upload the images that I want to use by going to uploads, upload image. I'll go into the folder that has all my portfolio images and I'll upload all the brand logos that I have on there. I'll only be using a few of them so that the page will not be so cluttered. So I will select each of the logos that I'm going to be using onto the canvas, and I'm only selecting the black and white versions so that the colors will not be at war with the colors on my portfolio. I will just click, hold, and drag against all of them so that all of them are selected, and I'll resize. So I think this is a reasonable size. Okay, so I'm going to select them all and tidy up. And I think this works. What do you think? So there's a lot of excess space here. So I'm just going to select this section and drag it up to get rid of this space. Okay? Because we really only need this much. So that's it for the next section, which is social proof. I think I want to increase this text a little bit. Yeah. And look at our portfolio coming together really nice. But it's time for me to go to work now. So I will see you guys later. I mean, you're not going to notice because I'll be back in lightning speed. Anyway, we have how many more sections to go? It's a lot. Okay, we got this. See ya. Alrighty, we're back. So the next section is work or project. Let me just highlight all the sections that we've done so that we know where we are. Okay, so next is work or project. Let's copy some of my best work and go and paste it in Canva. And then I will spread this out and reduce the size. We have 30 here, so we'll make this 30 as well. And then I'll click on position and centralize it on the page. So let's just delete the elements of this page. I will leave only the text. Delete, delete, delete. Sorry, delete. I'll leave this text because I want to use it. The first work we're showcasing is this, so I'll copy it, go back to Canva, I will duplicate this and paste it here. And then this will be some descriptive text for this particular project. Okay, so we have that here. Let me shrink this a little bit and then place it somewhere here. Okay, so what I want to do here now is make this stand out just a little more by changing the color to this more conspicuous orange. And then I'll shrink this down in size a little bit and align it left. And then take it to this part of the page. I'll do the same for this, but keep the size the same. Okay, you know what? I'll just leave it at the center. Let's centralize them at the center of the page. I think that works better. Okay, so the text can be here. Just a summary of what this project is about. And the rest of the page is going to be images showcasing this work. So let's go and upload images of this particular project. I'll click on upload, upload image or video. Okay, so the project is Talks Visual Branding. I'll just highlight and upload all of these images. Okay, so I think this should be the main image on the section. So I'm going to drag and drop it onto the section, or just select it, and voila. And then I'll position this and resize. I actually don't like the sharp edges on the pictures, so I'm going to put them in frames. So I'll go to Elements, select Frame, See All, and let me go to the next page and select onto the page the frames I know I'll be using on this website. I will use this, the circular frame, and maybe this one. At this point, it's beginning to look like, why did we even start with a template? Because this website has become highly custom. Well, I can assure you that if you started with a blank canvas, you would most likely be staring at it for a couple of minutes or even hours before you actually get to do anything. So I'll just centralize this. Oh, I didn't show you what I was doing. So I'm going to take my image and hover it over this frame, and it will fit in. Once it does, I'll let go of my mouse, and that's it. And if I want to adjust this image within the frame, I'll just double click and position it how I want, and then click out of the frame. So let's size this up. And now it has the rounded edges that I wanted. And I want to just widen this out a little bit so it shows more of the image. Okay, so I think this looks good. And we can put a smaller image down here. So I'll duplicate this, shrink it down, and then put it somewhere here. So for this image at the bottom here, I think we should use the logo, because the logo design was part of this project. So I'll just select this, hold and drag into the frame. And that's it. For the next section, I want to show more of this project. So I'm just going to click on the plus sign to add a new blank page. And then I will duplicate this image so that I can use it on the next section. So I'll just click, hold and drag it onto the next section. And then I'll replace the image with something else from this brand project. So I'll click, hold and drag the apron image onto the frame. I want to resize this a little bit, and then make sure it is aligned according to the guides. Actually, let me move this to the side so that we can make room for another version of the logo. So I'll put this here, shrink it down a little bit. And then I want to make space to showcase the ebook design. So I'll duplicate this again, bring it here and resize it. And then I'm going to drag and drop the ebook photo into this frame. Okay, so we still have a little bit of space. Let's just duplicate this a couple more times. Okay, what do you think? I think this is looking good. So what we want to do now is duplicate these 2 pages to showcase the rest of our work. So we have 2 more projects that we want to showcase. Instead of building this again from scratch, we'll just duplicate these sections. I keep saying pages, but these are sections. So I'll click on the section, hit duplicate page here. And then I want to move this down. So I will click on the move down arrow here. And then we can go and copy and paste the content for the next page, which is visual rebrand of IECO Afrique. So I'll replace the text here with just that. And then copy the explanatory text and paste it here. And now we can upload photos from this project. So I'll just go back and it's IECO Afrique. So I'll select all and upload. And then again down here, let's use a picture of the logo. And here we'll use a mockup. Okay, now to the next page. Oh, we have to duplicate it. So let's go here, duplicate this page, and then move it down. And here we can possibly use this image. And then here, what we can actually do is paste this here. I'll rotate it and then put it inside of this frame. And then I'll just move it so that only one pen is showing. Okay, so there's no hard and fast rule. Just do it how you feel it will look good and it will communicate to the client what you delivered on this project. As I'm doing all this, I'm imagining that I'm the client and I'm viewing somebody's portfolio. So while you're doing it, try to put yourself in the shoes of the client and imagine what you would like to see on a freelancer's portfolio if you're going to hire them. So if I'm a brand or business owner and I'm looking for a designer to help me bring my brand to life visually, this is what I will want to see on a freelancer's portfolio before I hire them. So that's exactly what I'm trying to put together here. Okay, so next we have one more project to showcase. So I'm going to duplicate this again and then move it down and then change the text like we did before. And then I'll upload the images for this project from my computer. Actually, I want the logo to be here too. And now we're done with our project showcase sections. Next section is going to be the services section. So in this section, we'll outline the services that you, the freelancer, will be offering. So what I'll do now is add a new blank section, and then I'll just copy this text and paste it here. And I did that using Ctrl+C to copy and Ctrl+V to paste, or Command+C and Command+V if you're using a Mac. So I still want to use these frames, so I'm just going to duplicate this and drag it onto the next section and then I'll put it here. I offer 3 services, so I want to put images that depict each of these services on this section. Actually, I can just widen this a little bit, like so, and then duplicate twice for each service. So I want to select position, tidy up, and then I'll just click, hold, and drag and make sure they are in the center of the page. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do is add some text to describe each service. So I will scroll down and copy this text from here, Ctrl C, and paste it here using Ctrl V. And then I want this heading text to be a bit larger, so I'll select it and increase the font size. I also want to reduce this font to match the other pages, so I will change it to 30, just like the others. This is 30. Okay, so let's copy and paste text from our doc. So we have logo design. I'll just paste this here. And then we have some supporting text. I'll copy and paste it here. So I will widen this out a little bit so that it's just on 2 lines. And then I will click, hold, and drag to centralize it under this image. And now I'm going to duplicate this twice for the other 2 services. So let's go back to the doc and copy the text for those 2 services. Okay, so make sure these are centralized. And then I want to put buttons here, or just one button, actually, that says contact me. So I will move these up just a bit to make room for the button. And then I'm going to copy the button from our home page and paste it here. And I'll hit position just to make sure it's centered. Okay, so now let's find images that describe each of these services that we have here. So I'll go to Elements, and Canva has a vast library of images that we can choose from. So I'm just going to search for logo design. And then I will select photos so that only photos come up. And I can use any of these images. I think I like this one, so I'll drag and drop this one into the frame. And then next is brand identity. I think this is looking good and descriptive of what the service is. So I'll do the same, drag and drop. And then this is visual content design. But in the description, you can see that it's design of brand assets like stationery, marketing materials, and so. So I'm going to search for marketing designs. And I think this image fits, so I will drag and drop onto the frame. And that's it for that section. Next section is the about section. So this section will just have a little about me, my picture, and a button to contact me. So let's copy this content and then go back into Canva. And I will be using this section. So I can paste this here, change this font size to 30 to match the other sections. And then I will use this frame for my image. So I can either put it here or somewhere in the center. Let's put it by the side. And then delete all the other elements that we're not going to be using. I'll leave the text because we're going to use that. Let's go and copy the about text from our doc and go back to Canva and paste it there. I will just increase this a bit. It's too large, actually. I'll resize that, shrink it down a little bit, put it here. And then I think this should be left aligned and here. And then I'll duplicate this button and put it somewhere here. Okay, next I'm going to upload my image, another image of myself, which is this one. And for this, I'm not going to remove the background. So I'll just drag and drop it into the frame. I'll increase it a little bit more to give me a chance to shine. And then I feel like this page is too basic. So I'm just going to change the background color to the same color as the hero section. Yeah, it's still looking basic to me. Let's go and copy this signature text here and paste it here. And then maybe make it a little bigger. I'll put it somewhere here or here. If it's going to be here, this text has to show, so I'm going to change the color to maybe white. No. I'll just undo. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't shine. Maybe I should shrink the image a little bit so that my name can shine. Aha, it works here. Let's do it here. What do you think? It might be too large. And then I think I would just take this text here, this particular line, and put it on that page, just because this page already had too much text on it to begin with. So let's align this back to the center of the page. And then I'll just go and paste this here. And probably change this font to the cursive font. And increase the font size by a lot. And then maybe bolden this. Oh, there's no bold option. How about we make it orange? Okay, I think this is looking good. What do you think? Just making sure this is at the center of the section. And we're done with this section. So next section is more social proof. So we're going to do reviews and then the contact section, and we're done. So this contact section will be titled "What My Clients Say About Me." So let's copy that and then paste it here. Oh, we've run out of template sections. So I'll just move this empty section up and then copy the text we have here. I'll duplicate it, drag it onto the next page, center align it, position. Okay, it's center aligned. And then paste that text we copied in here. I will expand this and center align it to this section. So next we want to write reviews. So I'm going to copy text from another section, Ctrl C, and paste it here by Ctrl V in. And then I want to ungroup this because I want to rearrange it. So I think I will align both text to the right and then bring this below the body text. So let's push this up a little bit. And now I will go back to the doc to copy reviews. Okay, that's a lot. So let's push this down. And then copy and paste the reviewer's name, their title, and of course their brand or company. So I'll duplicate this twice. One for the title and the other for the brand name or the company name. So this is looking a bit weird, so I'm going to shrink these down. Actually, let's put these two on the same line. So Chief Baker, comma, the online cake shop. Okay, maybe not on the same line, just in the same text box. So I'm going to highlight the brand name and make it pop a little bit by changing the color to our orange color. Okay, this is already beginning to look more decent. So I'll move this up a bit. And then I want to include star ratings. So let's give room for that. Then I'll go to Elements and search for star rating. And I am looking for graphics, not photos. So yeah, I want 5 stars. So let's select one of these onto the page. And I will just change the color to my orange color. Shrink it down a bit and put it up here. Okay, so we could leave this like this and just duplicate it for the remaining clients. Or we could actually center align everything and put them in like an outline or a box or something like that. Okay, so let's do that. I will select a shape and then I will make sure that the color of the shape has no color. And then I'll give it an outline by clicking on border style and outline. So I want this outline to just be 1. Okay. And now I will resize this shape to accommodate the review. And make it our orange color, or maybe this beige. And now I will duplicate twice for the other reviews. So now we have a small problem. It's too wide. So what we're going to do is just adjust one group. I'll make this a little taller. And then this will move up and shrink a bit so that there is room. Then I'll also move these. And then I will group these back and delete these two. And then copy and paste this again. And this time, I believe they should fit on the page because they are now all taller and slimmer. So let's go copy the rest of the reviews. Copy and paste. And then the names and title and brand/company name. And then down here, our CTA is contact me. So we will copy this contact button again because all we need is to get those clients to contact us and book those services and pay us in dollars. That is the sole purpose of all this wahala. So don't forget your contact me button. Okay, so the next and final section is the contact section where your contact information is actually going to be. So you can either just lay out your contact information on the final section of your web page, or you can actually maybe build a Google form and link that Google form to each of these buttons. But we're not going to be doing that, so let's just lay out our contact information here. So I will take this and align it right. I'll align all the text right. And then I'll put them here. And then I will make this 30 and change it to contact me. And maybe it will be a good idea to have this just beneath here. It did not copy plus the styling, Control Z. So let's go and just copy this, duplicate it and drag it onto the section that we need it on. So I will get rid of all the text before it and then just put it somewhere here. Let's build something remarkable together. So I actually want my email and phone number to come before my social links. So I will just take this, I ungrouped them. So I will move these up and this below. Actually, I don't like how this space is just empty. So maybe we should take my photo. I don't know. At this point, it just feels like I'm just showing off myself on this portfolio, but to make up for the empty space, let's put this here. Okay. And then I'm going to copy the contact information from the doc and I will paste them here. And then I'll change this text to call or email or WhatsApp. And then this would be connect with me on socials. And then instead of writing Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, I will just use icons to denote the social media. So for LinkedIn, I'll just type out my name. My LinkedIn name is Vicky Johnson. And then YouTube is at the Vicky Johnson. And it's the same for all social media. So I will probably just leave this way and then put all the icons here so they know that they can reach out to me on any of those social media channels through this username. So I will move this up a little bit and let's go fetch those icons. So I actually forgot to mention something. If you're using a free Canva account, avoid using pro elements. So on this entire website, I think the only elements that I've used that are pro are the images. So just make sure that when you're using images from Canva or graphics or any of that, you avoid using elements that have this crown icon because those are pro elements and you won't be able to publish your website if you do. So if you did, just take them out, swap them for free images. And given that the rest of the images we used, we uploaded them and all the fonts we used are free, I don't think that anything else should stop this website from being published on a free account aside from these 3 images. So just note that if you're using a free account. So let's go find some free icons. So I will just search for email icon and then make sure I select one that is free. So here's a free one. I'll tap that onto the screen. And then here's a free phone icon. I'll select that as well. And then now we need LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So LinkedIn. Getting a free one on here might be a bit tricky, so I'm just going to go to a website and search for LinkedIn icon SVG. And SVG is simple vector graphic. So that format lets you edit the color of the icon inside of Canva. So I'll select the first good one I see and then hit download SVG vector. And then on this same website, I can search for TikTok icon. Download SVG vector. What were the others? YouTube vector. This is so simple. I think I'll go for this one. SVG. And the last two were IG and the blue app. Okay, so let's go back to Canva and upload these guys. And I will select them onto the screen and highlight everything, deselect my image and resize them. And I always like to resize icons together so that they can be proportional in size, so that one is not looking large and the other is looking too small. So let's arrange them where they should go. They should go here. They should be here. Just going to move this forward a bit. And then for this, I would actually want to go YouTube first. Position, tidy up. So maybe we should change the colors to the respective colors of the apps. What is the color of IG? And then I will just make these guys orange. You know what? I don't think this is looking good. Let's just change everything to orange. Okay, and I want to select everything, make sure it's centered on the page. Maybe I could size this up a little bit. And then what I want to do now is make sure that these are clickable. So to link a phone number in such a way that when a client clicks on the number, it takes them to call you, you just need to select the phone number and then select the more icon here, which is the 3 dots. And then scroll down to link, and under link, write out TEL, then column, the number. I thought I copied the number. And remove all space. And then hit done. And now you can see that it's underlined, so it's a clickable link. So we can group these together. And the same thing goes for email. To make the email clickable, just go over to link and then write mail to, column, and then the email. So when the client clicks on your email, it immediately takes them to their Gmail and inputs your email so they can send an email to you. So I'll group these two together as well. Make sure you're linking them before you group them, else the link option will not show up for grouped items. So link them before you group them. So on this link, I'm just going to link it to my LinkedIn, which I have the link here. Done. And then I can group these. And then for this, I would link the icon to my YouTube channel. Actually, now that I think about it, I want to bring this down here and maybe enlarge this a little bit so that it is obvious that they are clickable. So the client doesn't breeze over them thinking that they are just icons when they can actually be clicked. So I'll just center this again, and then I'll grab my YouTube link. And link it here. Done. And then Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And then this image is looking very cut out. So what I can do is select it, go to edit, and then go to effects, select shadow, create an outline, and make that outline our orange color or beige. My sister said it's beige, not beige. So actually, let me just copy the color here. Okay, yeah. And then we can keep the size at like 15. Does this work? I don't know. I think it does. Okay, so let's go and do the same thing for the image in the very first section. So for this one, we're just going to apply a shadow, no outline. So click on edit image, click on shadows. And for this, I'm going to select drop. I will increase the blur amount to about 35. And the intensity will be reduced to 25. And I just think this makes it look better. Okay, so that is done. Next thing I want to do is just bolding this text. And I think we're good. But then we have links and buttons on our website, but they don't actually work. So let's fix that. To make these links and buttons work, we have to first name all the sections on our website. So to do that, let's go to grid view where we can view all the sections separate from one another. So the first section is already named home. So that's fine. The next section is not who am I. That's from the template. So let's change that to brands. And then next section is work. And then after work, I don't think we have buttons that link to any of these pages individually, but let us just rename them for the sake of having a decent name. So for this, I'll call it talks. And then this will be services. This will be about. This reviews. And this will be contact. Okay, and now that we're done with this, we can close the grid view. And let's start to link these buttons to the appropriate sections. So I'll select this button first. Actually, I have to link the text on the button because remember that grouped elements don't link. So I will double click on this to highlight everything and select link. And then I will select contact at the bottom here and hit done. And that is now linked. I can remove the underline by just clicking on this. And then we'll rinse and repeat. Click on link and then that should take you to work. Hit done. Remove underline. The next button we have is the contact button. And if you have a link to a Google form or an external form, you can just put that link there instead of linking to the contact page. And then I just noticed that we have so many sections that don't have any CTAs, no buttons. So let's fix that. So on the work showcase page, let's include buttons that link to the client feedback. So I'll just give some space here for a button. And then I will copy and paste this onto that page. I think I want to expand it so that it blends with the layout of the page. And then I'll change the text to view client feedback. And this will link to the reviews page. So let's just change this from 12 to reviews 11. And then hit done. And then remove the underline. So I'll just copy and paste this button on each of these showcase pages. Okay, so I think we have done a good job. It looks like we're done, but we're actually not. So one other thing that we want to check out is the mobile view. Because in most cases, when you send the link to a website to a client or to anyone, they view it on their mobile device. So we need to make sure that this looks good on mobile. So come over here to preview so that you can preview your design on different screen sizes. This is the web browser view on your computer. So let's click on mobile view here. And we can see that this looks a bit messed up, but it seems the other sections look just fine. Okay, so the last section and the first section need to be worked on. And then I just noticed something here. It seems Canva has added navigations. The last time I built a website using Canva, there was no navigation. So this is a good and welcome update. It just means that we don't have to link these to their various sections. We can actually just get rid of them. And if we go back to preview, let's see what it looks like on desktop. Okay, it has these here. So we also don't need this here because it's already here. I'm going to find a way to get rid of these pages that we don't need. We just need home, work, about, reviews, and contacts. So let's figure that out. And I will take off this button. Actually, I don't want to take it off. I may just move it here. So let's close this. I will move this button over here and then move this to the side. So these look like they are fighting for attention. So I'm just going to change this to an outline. On group first, then I will select this, change the color to nothing if I can. Or let's make it the color of the background so it doesn't look like there's any color there. And then I'll give it an outline that is orange. So the outline will be maybe 2 or 1. Actually, I do not like how it is looking, so let's just delete it and pick another button. So for this, you can actually remove the color, make the outline orange. And then I will change the size to maybe 2. The thickness of the outline. and I will highlight. So I just copied and pasted that text into the button, and I will highlight this and make it orange. Okay, so I think this works better. But now I have to link that button again to the page. So I'll click on the 3 dots, link, and then this links to work. Done, and then remove the underline. Okay, we're very much on track. So the logo makes sense to be centralized at this point, or maybe pushed down just a little bit more to this point. Or we could just use this as the logo, honestly. So yeah, I think we are good to go with this. Okay, so we were having trouble with the images on the home section and on the contact section because they don't wrap on mobile view. Okay, so this is supposed to come under here while this text occupies the whole of this first section. So how can we fix that? Well, I think for one, we can do that by grouping everything here together, and then let us move this image out of the way to begin with and preview the site. So this is exactly what we want, but on the PC view, we want the image to show up here. So I think what we can do is use a frame. So I'll go to Elements and search for frames. And then I'll use a square frame and just let it fill this entire section. Okay, so this is where my image will be. So let us see how this looks on mobile first. Okay, so we have achieved what we want. So all we need to do is drag this and drop it into the frame. So I'll close this and then drag this image and put it in the frame and then resize it to our desired size. Okay, so let's see what it looks like. Great, this is exactly what we want. So close this off. And we'll repeat exactly what we did here for the footer. So we'll use a frame. And then let me move this out of the way. Put the frame at the side here. And then drag and drop this image into the frame. And preview. And there we freaking go. Yes. So I noticed something else. On this section, this logo comes before the heading of the section. So let's fix that as well. What we can do to fix that, I think, is group these elements together and let's see how it looks. Okay, so that brought the heading to the top. So we're done. What we need to do next is publish our website. Oh, actually, we need to fix the navigation and rename our website. So I'm going to rename this Vicky Johnson Brand Designer. Okay, so I figured it out. To remove these sections that we don't want to be on the nav menu, all we need to do is go and remove their names. So we'll go back to grid view, and then I've already taken the name out of this section. So we'll remove the name for this, I think services about, we want home, brands. No, we don't want brands. We want home, work, services, about, reviews, and contact. Yes, correct. So let's close the grid view. And now if we go to preview, we'll see that the nav menu only has these parts that we want. So great. I actually wish we could include the logo in the nav menu, but it's all good. We'll make do with what we have. So let's close this and then come over here to publish website when you're ready to take your website live. So hit publish. And then make sure you edit the website URL. I've already published a website before, so I already have a domain, which is vickyjohnson.mycanva.site. But if you haven't, you'll be able to edit this first section here. So you can put in your name or your brand name, and that will be your domain name. So I have my domain name already set. I'll just change the link, and I will make this link Canva portfolio website. And then click on publish settings. Here, the name of your document will be entered. If you don't like it, you can change it here by clicking on the pencil icon and changing it. And then write a description. So I'm just going to write what I have here. I'll copy the first sentence and then paste it in here. And then click on advanced settings. Do you want search engines to index this website? Yes. Password protection. If you turn this on, only people who have a password will be able to view your website. So I'm thinking if you're sending this to clients, you don't want that. Link preview is disabled. Let's toggle this on so that we can edit how the link will display when shared to different social platforms. So right now, this is how my link will display, and I think I'm good with it. You can change the image that displays here by clicking on upload image here and upload an image, but I'm good with this, so I will hit publish website. And drum rolls. Our site is live. So you can copy the website link here and send that link to your potential clients to view your portfolio. So let's see what the website looks like. So I think this is pretty decent for a free website, honestly. And I'm just loving the fact that Canva has included a navigation bar and you don't have to build out yours like we did earlier. So let's check out the different sections. Work, this is looking good. Click on services, looking good. Contact me. I think this website looks good for a free website. I wonder what this is. I think we left a text here on our design, so I'll just go and update that. So let's click on edit design. If you ever need to edit your design, just click on edit design. I will get rid of this L that we have up here. Oh, I'm just going to undo because I've pressed spoil. Okay, yes, I got rid of it. Okay, and once you're done editing, hit publish website again and click republish site, and your website will update with the same URL.
If you followed along this video, then I'd love to see the portfolio website that you built. So feel free to share a link to it in the comments below, and I'll be sure to check it out and maybe even leave you some pointers or tips. Thank you for coming along. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. And if you know someone who will find it helpful, then share it with them. I'll see you in the next video.